The blind date started badly, at least from Sarah Mitchell's point of view. When she walked into the small Chicago café and spotted him waiting by the window, her heart sank. Plain grey suit, neatly combed hair, calm eyes that showed no excitement at all. No confident grin, no stylish confidence, none of the charm she had imagined from the setup. For a brief second she almost laughed out loud, stopping herself just in time. This was not what she had expected, and disappointment settled in quickly as she took the empty seat across from him. Over coffee, the conversation did nothing to help. His answers were short, polite, and almost old-fashioned. He spoke carefully, choosing words that felt formal, even respectful. He didn't brag about his job, didn't flirt, didn't try to impress her with stories or jokes. Sarah filled the silence with forced smiles, nodding while her thoughts drifted elsewhere. She checked her phone once, then again, pretending to read a message. The quiet felt heavy, awkward, and uncomfortable, and she wondered how long she was expected to sit through this. After 10 painfully slow minutes, Sarah decided she'd had enough. She set her cup down, stood up, and forced a polite smile that didn't reach her eyes. "Sorry, I don't think this is going to work," she said, already turning away before he could respond. Relief washed over her as she headed toward the exit. Convinced she was escaping an evening she'd later laugh about with friends. She didn't look back, certain she'd never think about this man again. Halfway to the door, something caught her attention. Her father had just stepped inside the café. Colonel James Mitchell, U.S. Army, retired. Sarah's mood lifted instantly. She was about to wave, ready to complain about the terrible date, when she noticed something strange. Her father stopped walking. His relaxed expression disappeared. His back straightened, shoulders squared, and his face became serious, focused in a way she had only seen during official ceremonies. Before Sarah could say a word, her father raised his hand and delivered a sharp, unmistakable salute. It wasn't casual or playful. It was precise, respectful, and full of meaning. The entire café seemed to fall silent. Conversations paused, cups froze mid-air, and Sarah's breath caught in her chest. She turned slowly, following the direction of her father's salute, and realized with growing shock that it was directed at the man she had just walked away from. Her laughter vanished instantly, replaced by confusion, embarrassment, and a sudden sense that she had just made a very serious mistake. Confused and stunned, Sarah slowly turned back toward the table she had just left. Her father lowered his salute with the same controlled discipline she had grown up watching her entire life. His voice, usually warm and relaxed around her, carried a quiet respect now. "Sir, it's an honor," he said firmly. The words echoed in Sarah's mind, making her heart pound. Her father did not speak like that to just anyone, and she suddenly felt very small standing between them. The man Sarah had dismissed moments earlier rose from his chair without hurry. His movements were calm, measured, almost effortless. "At ease, Colonel," he replied, his tone steady and composed. There was no pride in his voice, no attempt to draw attention, just simple authority. Sarah noticed the way her father relaxed slightly at the words, as if instinct had taken over. The realization hit her all at once. This was no ordinary man. That was when the truth unfolded. Her father explained quietly, with clear respect, that the man before her was a highly decorated former special operations officer. Years ago, during a classified overseas mission, he had been their commanding leader, a man responsible for difficult decisions, for bringing soldiers home alive under impossible circumstances. His name had never appeared in the news. His actions were never public. He had led in silence, protecting others while expecting nothing in return. Sarah felt her face burn as embarrassment washed over her. She replayed every judgment she had made in those first few minutes, the plain suit, the quiet manner, the lack of charm she thought mattered. She realized how quickly she had dismissed him without knowing anything about him. In life, his sacrifices, or the weight he carried. Standing there, she felt exposed and humbled by her own assumptions. She glanced at him, expecting coldness or disappointment, but she found neither. His expression was kind, steady, and understanding. There was no anger in his eyes, no resentment. Instead, he bent slightly and picked something up from the table. "I think you dropped this," he said softly, handing her phone back with a gentle smile. The simple gesture struck her harder than any lecture could have. That night did not restart the date. They parted politely, each returning to their own lives, but for Sarah, nothing felt the same afterward. The moment stayed with her, reshaping the way she saw people and the world around her. She learned that real respect, real strength, and real honor do not demand attention. They don't arrive with flashy words or confident performances. Sometimes the quietest person in the room carries the strongest story and the deepest character of all.